So why is the 10X vital? This is chapter 2 of the 10X rule, this phenomenal book, okay? And look, you're already in, I don't need to convince you anymore. Let me tell you why this book is vital, okay? The basic takeaways in this chapter comes from my own experience, okay? Look, I underestimated greatly the time, the energy, the money, the effort necessary to make anything happen in my life. Okay, whether it was getting my first job or starting my first business or getting my wife or having our first kid. Look, it took me probably 15 to 18 years to have the children that I wanted to have. I would have never imagined. I thought you just, boom, had sex, made baby. Everybody else is making babies. It seems people that don't even want to make babies are making babies, okay? So whether it's been my wife, my business, my startup, my real estate company, my first company, the reason why the 10X rule is vital, and I wish it was taught in schools, and I wish I had known when I started, is because you will greatly underestimate the amount of energy, effort, resources, and time it takes to make one thing happen, okay? Now check this out. Regardless of how great your idea is, how superior your product, how low your price is, or the combination, you got a great idea, an unbelievable product, nobody's ever provided that on planet Earth before, and at a cost of zero. I'm telling you, it's going to take you at least 10 times what you think in time, energy, resources, and push. The only reason you can fail, and I've seen a lot of people read this chapter, and I'm like, hey, what's the big takeaway out of that chapter? Here's the big takeaway. You cannot fail if you understand the 10X rule. You will not fail. Failure is guaranteed not to happen. You will be successful if you can just get to these 10X levels. So I talk about in this book about when I was first starting my companies, and when I look back, I basically came up with the wrong reasons I was failing. So my first company, for instance, I went out into the marketplace and I was out knocking on doors, calling on businesses. I remember I was in Houston, Texas at the time. I went to Fort Lauderdale, flew to Fort Lauderdale. I was in this marketplace for 3 weeks, in the Fort Lauderdale marketplace for 3 weeks, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. I had sold 13 tickets. My rental car, not counting the hotel, not counting restaurants, not counting the plane, not counting the hotel that we had rented for the event, just my rental car was more money, cost me more money than the amount of money I had sold in those 3 weeks. And I was like, oh my God. You know what happens to you when you fail? You come up with the wrong reasons for the failure. Always, okay? This is a common ingredient. People basically come up with the wrong reasons. So you got to quit calculating all the wrong reasons. Oh man, the market's not right. Oh, my pitch isn't right. The price isn't right. You come up with the wrong reasons. It's like a girl gets out of a relationship with a guy and says, now, relationships all suck. No, lady, he sucked. He was an idiot. He wasn't the right guy for you. All guys aren't bad and all relationships don't suck. So there's a thing that happens when people have a loss or when they fail, they basically misidentify or pick the wrong target for the reason they failed, okay? So the thing you need to understand is this. If you correctly estimate the effort necessary, you will assume the appropriate posture, the amount of action, and the position you need to take in the marketplace. See, if you start backing off in the marketplace will sense by your actions or lack of actions that you are not to be taken seriously. On the other hand, you start operating at 10X levels, the marketplace is gonna be like, dude, this guy's a freak. This guy is bizarre. This guy will not go away, and you will be a force to be reckoned with. People will no longer criticize you or even hate on you, but they will start to admire you as a force to be reckoned with, somebody serious, somebody committed, somebody dedicated. So this is what I want you to do here. First of all, you need to make a commitment to yourself to understand that success is yours if you take the right amount of actions. It's not if you're lucky. It's not how you dress. It's not what jacket you put on. It's not about your haircut. It's not about your price. It's not about your product. It's not about your offering. It's about how much freaking action you take. If you're in multi-level marketing, if you're in network marketing, you want to get to the top of the heap in network marketing, it will not fail because some government agency is putting heat on your company right now. It won't fail because you had a bunch of people come into the company and not make it. It will not fail because your mommy or daddy doesn't believe in network marketing, or somebody said it was a pyramid, or somebody at CNN said network marketing is terrible. It will fail for one reason, because you didn't take enough action. Okay? Now, this is typically what happens when somebody goes into the marketplace. They set a target for themselves, and then when they can't hit the target, they lower their target. See, the guy's like, I'm going to go do 10x. And the next thing you know, he's at 5x. And the next thing you know, he's at 2x. And the next thing you know, he's on his couch sleeping, making excuses, taking vacations, making up biblical phrases why he should take a Sunday off. Well, God did. God created the heavens and the earth, the seas, the skies, butterflies and mountaintops. And then he took a freaking day off, okay? You guys are taking days off and you're not doing anything, okay? Look, you got to take 10 times the effort and actions in everything to get an idea or product into the marketplace. I don't care if it's a girl, a guy, a product, a new idea, an old idea, an app, a free app, a $5 app, or a $50 app. I've sold all those. I've done free apps, $5 apps, $100 apps, $1,000 apps. They all took the same amount of effort. The zero app took as much effort as the $100 app, okay? We sold as many $200 apps as we sold $5 apps. It's crazy, right? So look, 10x. Why is it vital? Because everything in your life depends on this. Everything depends on your ability to create the muscle for all these unplanned variables that are going to happen. Employee problems, lawsuits, out of nowhere, man. You start hitting it, start making it, people are going to start freaking bad-mouthing you. You're like, what just happened there? That takes energy, okay? You're going to be going to work one day all jacked up and excited. You're going to be winning, and your kid's going to get sick, and you didn't plan that. It wasn't in the budget, wasn't in your business plan, and it's affecting your life. You're going to have some friend that worked for you. You gave him a leg up, you helped him, you trained him, and he went out and competed against you, and he's underpricing you, and it wasn't in the plan. You see, the 10X is about being Hercules. It's about being Superman. It's about being Batman. It's about doing whatever it takes to overcome anything and everything that's coming your way that you never even thought to plan on. So don't be pessimistic. Be prepared. I'm not telling you to get negative or paranoid. I'm just telling you, man, you need to be on your toes, 10 toes, all day, every day. Okay. Make no excuses. Never lower a target. And luck. You will find luck. Your luck is going to be proportional to action. How much action do you take? Now, I've never been a lucky guy. For me, it's all been hard work. I got a friend, Charles Koppelman. I mean, the guy told me, he's like, Grant, I'm like a leprechaun. I'm like a rain. It just rains around me. Things happen for me. My whole life, he's 70-something years old. How old is Charles? And he's like, everything's been easy for me. Well, you know what? Nothing's been easy for me. It just hasn't been easy for me. Maybe it's something going on in my head that I need to handle. It just hadn't been easy for me. I hadn't had the lucky breaks. I've depended on one thing, okay? There's a hammer and there's a nail. And I know one thing I'm going to do. If I beat that freaking nail enough times, I'm going to bend it, break it. Maybe I'll even get it in, okay? Maybe I'll get it into where it never comes out again. But I know this. If I just keep banging, that's what the 10X rule. How much can you bang? How hard can you hit? Can you persist? We're going to build this muscle, because I'm going to tell you, folks, even if you're lucky, even if you're a leprechaun, even if you can make rainbows and butterflies, okay, you will need to persist at 10X levels to have everything you want. Now check out the exercises at the back of this. The question is, what is the first reaction most people have, including managers, when setting targets? Do you know the answer to that question? You know what it is? They reduce the target. Never, ever, never, never, ever reduce the target. When you start making excuses for why you're not hitting your targets, what should that indicate to you? Answer is you have the wrong target, okay? You have the wrong target. And then the last exercise, check it out in the book. It's very important for you to do this one without me.